Hello and welcome back to a new video by the Devscorch platform. My name is Johan and I will be your host in this video. Okay, so in the last video we finally finished most of the admin routes. And in this video we're actually going to build the user routes, or we're actually going to build a new protocol to actually extend the guide service and the core service. And we're actually going to extend those with a new protocol that actually allows us to return information to the user, right? So let's go to protocol, new file, and we're gonna call this, let's call this the front end protocol. So the whole idea about this is actually that we can return information to the user and yeah, to let them actually like experience the website and everything. So this is gonna be in paper. Just in case, import Fluent. Okay, so protocol, front end, protocol. Okay, so we want the user, or we actually want the user to be able to retrieve certain information, right? So for example, you know what? Let's first give it an associated type of model and an associated type of answer. Associated type of status, and we're going to give it an associated type of request. So first one, static func, let's say is get object. Okay, so the get object, with this we actually allow the user to get something. So in this case, for example, a course. So we're going to do get object rec, and we're going to do the object. And the object is probably gonna be a model. Let's do it like this. Yeah, let's do model. No, not model. You know what? Let's make the object string, because we're actually gonna work a lot with slugs. Async throws. And this is gonna return. Let me see. So this is actually gonna return like the. Let me think about this. So we're actually going to return a model. So for example, the course, but we also want to return maybe an answer. So actually want to return something else than a course. So let's just change this to answer really quick. So we're going to return an answer. So they're allowed to get a course. So the get object. Then let me think. So get object, then static func get all objects. So the whole idea about the get all objects is actually that they get everything. So this is going to be request object. We don't need the object actually, do we? No, we don't need the object there. So we can actually say async throws. And this is going to be probably the model. So we actually say model. And I think. So get object and get all objects. And you know what? Let's also give them a model. Let's also give them like the. Let's create a new protocol really quick. Protocol. And let's call this. Change user information protocol. Okay, now we're gonna do an associated type of model and an associated type of status, and an associated type of request. Okay, so static func add course to my courses. So we actually allow the user to update their courses. So this is going to be the object, and the object is going to be UUID. Async throws, and we're going to return a status. Okay, just like this. Then we also can do static func add course to completed to completed, oh my god, completed courses. So these two actually allow the user to actually add the object to their own profile, right? So throws status. Okay. So then we have with this one they can actually get everything that they want to see. Not find object. Oh, of course, this is going to be UUID. Just like this. And the add course completed course, it's actually the user, when the user is finished with the course, they can actually click on is complete. And it actually gets added to their is complete variable, right? Okay. So, yeah, let's get started with this one. Okay. So then we go to the, first we go to the course service, just like this. Extension. Course services. And this is going to be the front end protocol. Then we're going to wait till it complains. Then it's going to fill up the stuff automatically. Boom. Okay. So we actually want the user to be able to get the object, right? And we're actually going to return the course model. So, you know what? Let's first do this one. So get all objects. So they're actually going to get the cards. So what we're going to do is let courses. Oh, we actually have to change this to an array because we actually want the users to be able to get like all the courses at once, right? So we're going to change this one to this, just like that. There we go back. Equal try await course model dot schema. No, not dot schema. Dot query on rec.db dot filter background dot set. Nee, this one. Then status equal to status enum dot published dot raw value. So we actually want to make sure that the user gets like only the published stuff, right? Then dot all, and then return courses. Pretty cool. Okay, so there is like, now we have like this one, right? Like so for example, the get object. So we actually want the user to retrieve the, how do you call this? To actually retrieve the selected course. So we can actually do let course. Oh, yeah, so we can actually do let course is equal to course model, right? But there's a problem here. So we actually want to return a course, and when the user is actually subscribed, then we can actually say like okay, user is subscribed. And when the user is subscribed, we're also going to return the sessions. Okay, so we have the course model, and we actually want to do something new. So instead of course model, we go here to answer, because we used model everywhere. So we can actually change the answer here, and we can actually call this like course. So we do course model and, oh no, you know what, course and course context. You know what? Let's call this course context. There we go to the context folder, new file. I'm gonna call this course context. Then we're gonna do import paper, import fluent, then struct course context. This is gonna be content. Okay, so we actually want like to return. Like the course, right? So let course is gonna be of course model. And we're gonna call let sessions. It's gonna be an array of session model. We're gonna make this an optional. Okay, so then can we actually go back to our function here? Okay, so the whole idea is actually that we're gonna check if the user, oh, this has to be course context. Then we actually go back to the front end protocol, And we actually, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, okay, so this is actually okay. The way how it looks now, this should be okay. And okay, so now we actually have to check if the user is subscribed and what we're gonna return, right? Okay, so what we can do, let's say we're gonna query the course, right? So let course equal to, what shall we do? Try await course model.query on rec.db .db dot filter backslash dot $sign plug is equal to object. And we're also gonna add another filter, and we're actually gonna make sure that the status is published, equal to status enum dot published dot raw value, then dot first. And we can actually do like a guard here, so guard let course at first, else row abort, made a mistake here, abort dot not found. And we don't really need a reason here because the course is probably going to be live anyway. And then under that one, we're going to do a guard let. Do guard let? No, we don't need to do guard let. We can actually just do let sessions equal to try await session model.query session model.query on rec.db. Then we're going to do dot filter backslash dot $sign course equal to course.id. Then we're going to add another filter to make sure that we only return the videos which are actually published. It's going to be status enum dot publish dot raw value. Okay, so let me think. Then we can, I think we can do this. So let's say we're gonna do return. Oh, first we need the user. So let's see if we can get a user here. So let user equal to try rec dot path dot get user model dot self. And let's see if we can do something here. So we can actually say like, let me see. So we can actually do like user dot role equal to dot student. No, that's let's actually call the status enum. No, role enum dot student dot raw value. Then we're gonna return course context. Course is gonna be course, and sessions is gonna be sessions. Perfect. And otherwise, I'm gonna do a double point, and then we're gonna return course context. Course is gonna be course, and sessions is gonna be nil. Let's see if this works. I don't even know if it works. Probably gonna complain. Yeah, of course it's gonna complain. What's wrong here? Oh, I think we need question mark here. Let me think. We have to put here .all like this. Oh my god, this actually works. Okay, so theoretically, and this is 100% theoretically because I'm not sure. The moment when a user role is equal to .student, he or she gets actually the course context with the course and all the sessions back. And if they're not, they're actually gonna get only the course back without the sessions. So this is actually really cool. We actually fixed this. Okay, so Now, this works theoretically, okay? And this is really 100% theoretical. Because I don't know if this actually works. But we have to test this out, of course, later in the video or later in the series. But what actually is happening, so we actually query the course, right? So the course that the user goes to. So let's say it's Swift for beginners. It actually gets filtered. We check if the status is published. Otherwise, you get a .not found. Okay. So after that, we're going to do let sessions, try session model query. We actually query the model. Then we're going to search for all the videos with the course.id. Then we're gonna check if they are published and we're gonna return them all. So if the user .role is role enum.student.raw value, maybe it gets course context back with the course and the sessions. And otherwise, it's actually gonna get back course context with the course, but not the sessions. So this is actually really cool. But on the other hand, theoretically, it's actually really shitty that we check if he's a student, because we actually want to make sure that the course is also added to the my courses. But we can actually tell we can actually say like, okay, you actually have to first add the course to your my courses before you can actually do something. But that's something we're gonna look at later. Okay, so the fact that we have this finished, now we can actually also implement this on the guide as well. Because then we can actually say like, okay, we're gonna return the guide and all the thingies. There's only one more thing that we only have to, for the article and for session, we actually only have to implement the get all object, because we actually, or not the get all, we actually only have to do the get object, because we actually only want the one article or one session at a time, right? When we click on it. So we actually have to look into that, how we're going to do that. Now we have implemented this. I just found out I have to go. But I'm gonna, in the next video, we're actually going to implement the same thing on guide. And we're going to do it on session, and also on article. But we have to adapt even the article and the session a little bit, so it only returns one at a time, okay? So I want to thank you for watching this video. This was actually a real hassle, because I wasn't sure if this actually was going to work. But we actually made it work without crashing, so theoretically this works. If you have any questions, make sure to hit me up on Discord or in the comment sections below. And yeah, I will be there to help you. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, then I see you in the next video.